We're halfway through the Japanese series, so it's time for a meal prep week using the dishes we learned. If you like these kind of videos, remember to subscribe, like, and share, and let's start! As always, we're starting with rice and pre-soaking a kombu piece for later. Japanese curry has become one of my favorite meals to prep because it reheats so well. Today we're making the classic chicken curry with onion, carrot, and potato. Here I'm cutting up a kilo of chicken thigh, half for the curry and half for our second dish, chicken karaage. For the karaage, I'm trying two different approaches for meal prepping. Half will get a quick fry before going into the freezer, and the other half will stay marinated in the fridge for later this week. By now, the kombu should be done soaking, so we're making a batch of dashi for the week. Strain the dashi, let it cool slightly, then store it in an airtight container to use it in any dish over the next few days. While we're waiting for the curry to cook, I'm slicing some cabbage, which can be used as a simple side salad or turned into okonomiyaki later in the week. With some of the cabbage, I'm chopping it more finely and salting it for a gyoza filling. And while we still have some time, let's prep some quick onigiri fillings. I've got tuna mayo and mentaiko mayo this week. The curry is done. We're trying a spicier curry block this time, so let's see how it goes. Now coming back to the freezer batch of karaage, which should be done marinating, we're coating the chicken in potato starch and giving it a quick first fry before freezing. After the chicken is prepped, the cabbage is done salting. Squeeze out the excess water, then it's just a matter of mixing everything together for the gyoza filling. Since we've done so much today, I'm keeping it simple and folding the gyoza without pleating. Of course, if you're feeling fancy, you can pleat them and make them look a little nicer. Store them in the freezer and pan fry them anytime during the week. Now onto the fun part. Here's a few meals that we can put together with everything we prepared. Starting with the easiest meal to assemble, curry. Just reheat it with some rice in the microwave for around 2 to 3 minutes and you've got a meal. And by the way, I actually like this curry mix better since I prefer a stronger, spicier curry. Now, you might be wondering why I don't portion the rice and curry into lunch boxes, but keeping them separate gives me a bit more flexibility, like pairing the curry with udon instead. Next up, let's put the dashi to use and make a quick miso soup. For something lighter, we can heat up a portion of rice and make onigiri with whichever filling we feel like that day. Pair with a bowl of miso soup and we're good to go. For a more complete meal, pan fry the gyoza and serve it with rice, miso soup, and a simple cabbage salad. The cabbage is not just for side salads. With the cabbage already prepped, just mix it with flour, the prepped dashi, an egg, and some spring onion, then pan fry it into an okonomiyaki. Lastly, we have the chicken karaage. This is a method I saw online where you only need a shallow layer of oil. Mix the potato starch into the cold oil, heat it until it starts frying, then add the marinated chicken, flipping it constantly so the starch coats it evenly. While it's supposed to be a shortcut, it still took about the same amount of time as the traditional method since it still needs a second fry. The main advantage is using less oil, though the oil isn't really reusable afterwards because of all the starch. That said, it does work. The chicken stayed juicy, looked great, and tastes good, though the coating was a bit more powdery than the regular batch. Next is the frozen batch. Since it's already fried once, I just air fried it for 5 minutes. It wasn't as crispy as I imagined, but the chicken was still juicy, and I think the convenience is worth the slight difference in texture. For meal prep, I'd probably go with this method.